Hunters have always been the first to venture into the wilderness. Whether driven by necessity or a thirst for adventure, it is hunters who dare to go where most others won't. Brothers Chris and Casey Keefer represent the modern-day hunter. For most of their lives, the Keefer brothers have tested their skills as survivors in some of the world's most dangerous and unpredictable landscapes. Dropped with only a sidearm for protection and the clothes on their backs, together they will spend the next month scratching and clawing their way over 100 river miles through a land ruled by predators. In a race against time, supply-yielding caches will be placed by the producers throughout their journey. To acquire them, the brothers must beat the clock, as Mother Nature threatens to choke the North with ice and snow. For the first time, the Keefer brothers will find out what it's like to be cast into the wild with virtually nothing. This is Dropped. The aurora borealis is an unpredictable display of color and light that illuminates the sky around the Earth's northernmost regions on the darkest of nights. Also known as the Northern Lights, this impressive spectacle is created when accelerated electrons from the sun follow the Earth's magnetic field to the polar regions where they clash with atmospheric gases. As electrons strike molecules, energy is transferred, sending the molecules into a higher state of energy. These excited gas molecules stabilize themselves by releasing the energy in the form of light. Once a mystery, we now know the color of the display is determined by which gases are releasing energy. Oxygen gives off yellowish green, while nitrogen causes blue or red. Often considered a herald of winter, the aurora borealis is a sight to behold and a clear reminder to Chris and Casey that they must reach extraction or face life-threatening conditions. It's been a little over 24 hours since the brothers forfeited their final supply cache. Forced to cut their journey short due to a fast-approaching cold front, Chris and Casey have been rowing hard ever since, stopping only long enough to build a fire before dark. With less than 19 hours till extraction, the already plummeting temperature keeps the brothers awake long into the night.
We're hot to trot. We're live action from the woods on the last night of Dropped.
What we hope to be the last night.
God, I hope so too, because it's cold. We got a rager going right now. Basically, we decided after a day like yesterday of just rowing and pushing and rowing and pushing, it was ridiculous. So tonight, this is our little nook we got going here. Boom, look at that. Big fire. What do you think, man?
Big old fire under some pines. Been cold on that river, man. Freezing cold, snowing, rowing into a headwind.
Trying to
it's
get
freaking
this.
Miserable. So
let me tame this for you. There we go. That storm that they were looking for to tell us to get out early. Yeah, it's here.
we found it.
We found it. We found it. What do you think?
We've been rowing like mad just to try and get up out of here these last couple days, and it's been cold, really, really, really cold. So
today was a long, brutal day. We're still in our waders. We're not going to sleep.
No, I'm not going to sleep. You can sleep if you want.
No, I don't think so.
Keep this fire warm. As soon as we get enough light to row out of here, I'm gonna get back in that raft and I'm gonna start rowing again. And not gonna stop until I find that plane.
I can tell you this much, it is the coldest Dropped we've ever had.
All hands down.
We're trying to document the row and try to continue to rock and roll, but
here's the problem right now. And normally we wouldn't talk about this, but we are legitimately out of battery power, and we have one memory card left on the production side. So what we do is we row and we row and we row and we keep rowing and we just keep rowing, and all we would be showing you would be ice and snow.
That's it, man. Sign off for now.
That's it.
Daylight, we go to extraction. Off.
Bitterly cold temperatures keep their brothers awake and on their feet throughout the night. They now have a little more than 7 hours to reach their extraction site, or risk being left behind. Several miles sit between them and their destination, so they must shake off their exhaustion and quickly hit the river. A slow start wastes valuable time.
I'll latch that down.
Yeah, and all these knots are frozen tonight.
I know. We gotta get rolling if we're hoping to make it down there, man.
The sun's just cracking right now. Let's do it. Last push. Confluence can't be far, right?
Nope. Gotta get back in the water. All right, let's go. Ready? Yeah. I'm frozen to these rocks. Yep, frozen to the rocks.
We're in trouble.
The brothers must work together to safely remove the raft. They kick water underneath to melt the ice as they push and pull it free. They must work slowly. Pulling too hard or fast could damage it, leaving them stranded.
How's that rope?
Frozen it's like lasso rope.
That's what my fingers feel like right now. Let's go over this rock.
All right, brother. Ready for the last push?
Yep, let's do it.
Oh, this is it, I hope. Oh, she's brisk this morning.
Dude, that was a long night.
That was one of the coldest nights I've ever spent. Oh, Alaska.
We got a giant boulder coming up.
Stay straight. Oh, we gotta go here.
Left side?
Yeah.
We still got a long ways to go.
Since learning of their early extraction, Chris and Casey have been forced to row from dawn until dusk, stopping only long enough to make camp. Deep, fast-moving water has allowed the brothers to cover nearly 43 miles in less than 2 days, but with only 7 hours to reach their extraction site, they must continue to push the pace.
Everything up here changes in the blink of an eye.
The hardest part about rowing down this river has gotten bigger is the headwind. It's cold, no doubt, but this headwind is worse because it just picks everything up, makes it colder, it makes it harder to row. Even if you were center rowing right now instead of bow stern, you struggle because it's like a 10-mile-an-hour headwind. So, brutal. Brutal.
It's like a brutal fun. It's so hard to show on camera.
Oh, it's so hard to show how cold and how do you show wind? It's invisible. You can't show it. But we're trying by showing you how hard it is to row this boat. Okay, put that thing down and help me row.
Earth's gravity compresses the atmosphere, creating air pressure. Radiation from the sun is absorbed by the Earth's surface at differing rates, depending on the landscape. This causes variation in atmospheric pressure. Warm air over land results in low pressure, while cool air over land causes high pressure. The warm air rises in columns, creating thermals. Nearby cool air rushes in to take its place, creating wind. When air flows over a mountain, it is forced upward into higher elevations where it cools and turns into precipitation. The wind flowing off of and through these mountainous areas is channeled into a tunnel effect, which creates strong winds and aggressive weather formations. Cold air is currently rushing in from the surrounding mountain range and producing violent winds that are hindering the brothers' speed as they push toward extraction.
Hey, moose right there. Where? Right there. Where? Right there.
Chris and Casey have spotted a small herd of moose skirting the riverbank. The drop in temperature has sparked the bull's desire to mate as he chases an unreceptive cow who is still tending to a calf. Forced to continue toward their extraction, the brothers can only watch as the bull disappears into the timber. Spotting a moose in the wild is considered a good omen to many, and the brothers enjoy this rare moment to simply observe rather than pursue.
Ooh. So tight on a big giant redbeard. Trying to get my bearings here. There we go. How sweet was that? That was an awesome bull. How about it, man? Moose everywhere.
Oh my gosh, man. They're everywhere. And that was a good bull. The mighty Mutakamus. They're out. If we had more time, we wouldn't be rowing past them. That's for sure.
We were just coming down the river there and we looked up and he was coming out. He had a cow and a calf and he was kind of chasing. I was trying to get him on film. I got old Captain Stubing up there just swinging us around in circles, doing nothing but the whirling dervish.
I'm trying to man this boat from the front without my stern man, who's on a photo safari. I've never seen a bull chase like a whitetail before. And I really didn't get to see him right there either because I was going at 360. I just saw him go by like 3 times.
When I looked up,
That's all I saw.
I was trying to get the camera rolling, but when I looked up, I was facing the wrong way. I was facing up.
I saw the bull go by 3 times. That's all I saw. But I do know this. If we weren't pushing hard, we would have spun on second time. We would have stopped and killed that bull because that was a nice bull.
Oh,
It
man.
figures, man. So many moose out on the river right now. Prime time. But at least we get to see them. We came and did what we wanted to do. We got it right there. We're fat and happy. That's a beautiful bull, though.
Well, that's it from Marty Stouffer's Wild Adventures for today. We're just gonna keep rowing. Seems like we can at least do that.
Even at midday, the average temperature peaks in the low teens. Long-term exposure to these harsh conditions is taking its toll on the brothers.
We saw one really good bull that we definitely could have taken, but we got plenty of meat and a little time to make it to the pickup. So just got to keep rowing. It's snowing on and off, snowing on and off. But one thing remains consistent. It is cold. It's got to be in the teens right now. I mean, it's freezing.
Exhaustion, fatigue, and mind-numbing cold is a recipe for disaster that could strike at any moment.
So we're just going to keep on pressing, stay behind these oars as long as we can, and get as far as we can.
The human body has millions of sensor receptors designed to react to external circumstances, prompting them to send electrical signals to the brain. 2 types of thermal receptors found on the skin detect changes in temperature. Long-term exposure to a specific sensation leads to decreased signal activity as the receptors wear out, making the human body numb to those particular conditions. Long-term exposure to extreme cold can lead to an unsafe drop in the body's core temperature, also known as hypothermia. Low body temperature can slow brain activity, breathing, and heart rate, causing confusion, fatigue, and hampering a person's ability to make intelligent choices. Unable to stop and warm their bodies, hypothermia is a very real threat to the brothers as they push toward extraction.
Stalactite.
Okay, or just put me into them. One or the other. I got them. We're good.
Got it.
It's the final push. Headed towards the pickup point here. We just popped into this valley and this river's gotten really, really big compared to where we were. I mean, the river was really small where we started and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. But down here, man, this thing is huge. It fills up this whole valley. So I feel like we're getting pretty close. But man, these babies right here are cold. Home stretch almost there.
Having covered over 22 miles today alone, the brothers are nearing their extraction area. While fighting the early onset of hypothermia, Chris and Casey must keep a sharp eye out for a proper landing zone. There are specific requirements needed to land a bush plane in the Alaskan wilderness. Should the brothers miss one now, there's no guarantee they would find another for several miles.
Getting close. I hope. The mileage is ticking down. I'm not going to miss this one like we missed the cache. We are going to make sure we check every single bar and get a plane in here.
We're just kind of checking every one of these gravel bars. We haven't seen a plane yet.
Chris and Casey are searching for a gravel bar wide enough and long enough for the Helio Courier to land. This plane is a certified controllable short takeoff and landing aircraft, or C-STAL. The plane's 31-inch bush wheels are inflated to just 11 pounds per square inch, allowing them to touch down on uneven gravel strips and roll over large debris. At least 800 feet of gravel bar is needed for the plane to take off with a full load of gear and fuel. Soft spots and other obstacles in the landing strip can make touchdown impossible, eliminating their chances of extraction.
There's a good ceiling, so they're gonna get us out of here today. But we're just, like I said, gonna check every one of these bars and see if we can find the right bar that's got enough room for the plane to land. We're blessed to do this. It's pretty amazing. We get to spend this time in these wild places. It's been an amazing journey. It put us to the test this time. I can't wait to go home and shower and be indoors with walls around me. Warm. I was waiting to hear the buzz of that plane. That's all I'm waiting on right now. We can just keep on pushing. Alaska threw everything at it, and we threw it right back in her face. In your face, Alaska.
After almost 3 days of rowing, Chris and Casey are close to their extraction area. With the storm nipping at their heels, they can only hope they haven't missed their ticket home.
Baby, the plane! The plane! The plane! Hey, buddy! Well, come on in! Woo! Yeah! We're going home. We're going home. I think easily. We might have missed it. We're in the right neighborhood. Yeah. That was a good sign. The plane recognized us, did a little tippy-tippy. Now we gotta go wherever he's at down there. We gotta get to that extraction. One last set of rapids to go through. I can see the plane up there. I can just see it. We just kind of came around that bend. And you can kind of see him sticking out to the left. I can see the wing, so we made it. We made it. We made it, baby. We did it. We made it. You can't miss that one. Can't miss that plane. It's right up here on the right. That's a beautiful sight.
It's been almost a month since the brothers were dropped on the high Arctic lake. The unforgiving terrain and lack of equipment has tested their resolve and patience throughout their journey.
It's had to drop 20 degrees since
Narrowly escaping with their lives more than once, the brothers have earned their way through Alaska's Brooks Range like never before. Having covered over 100 river miles, this trip has challenged their ability to not only hunt, but be alive. Their primary goal has been to survive 30 days in Alaska's wilderness on only what they can hunt or find, with potential supply caches awarded along the way. Fearing for their safety, the producers were forced to cut their journey short before an early winter storm buried the Brooks Range in ice and snow.
We got miles and miles and miles of rowing to do.
Having spotted the plane, Chris and Casey are finally going home.
Well, this is the last journal entry. That was another amazing trip in the books.
It's one of those bittersweet moments. I mean, you know, this place, there's something about Alaska every time I come up here. You learn to respect it more and more and more every single time. And we battled it. We battled the elements, we battled the cold, we battled the snow. It's all come down to one thing for me. Alaska doesn't ask you to leave, it tells you to leave.
So the Arctic is definitely not to be reckoned with. It's not to be messed with. And if you don't take precautions and you don't think things through, it can be an extremely dangerous place.
And that's a little bit nerve-wracking, to be honest with you. I mean, you're going into the unknown 100%. It brings a whole new element. It brings a new element of uneasiness, a new element of nervousness, but it also brings a new element of excitement.
I think one of the biggest challenges of this one was that we didn't know what we were going to get and when we were going to get it. And so you have plans that you're trying to make. You're trying to come around every corner with some sort of execution, and you don't know what you're going to have, and you don't know what's going to happen.
And there's something to be said for that. And there's something to be said for sitting here on the other end of that journey, successful, that you can't really frame up in a camera, you can't really put it into words. It's something that you have to really live to experience. And that's the best way I can put it.
Alaska threw everything she possibly could at us, but at the end of the day, we made it to extraction, and we made it here safe, and we made it here together, and that's what counts.
No matter how hard it gets, sometimes you just have to save the best things for last.
And that is the Snickers bar that was in the cache. Frozen.